Hey guys, good morning, a very beautiful morning to all my subscribers and my family members here on YouTube. How have we all been? I know we all fine. Guys, I'm super excited today. And if you're watching my video for the first time, my name is Violet Okolocha. Actually, I talk about everything about nursing and OSCE here in the UK. But today I'm doing something different, something I found very useful, something that has helped me, and I want to share it with as many of you that I can because it's going to help you too. So today I'll be telling you how to pass your UK driving theory test in just 3 days. Yes, in just 3 days. Now, before I go into that, congratulations officially to me, guys. Congrats to Mrs. Okolocha Violet. You passed the car driving theory test. Yes, I passed, and I give all glory to God for helping me to pass. So I'm going to share the techniques that made me pass this exam. Actually, I took this exam on Friday and I started reading for this exam on Wednesday. Don't tell me you're very intelligent. Everybody is very intelligent. I'll tell you what helped me to pass this exam in less or in just 3 days of preparing. Because Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is 3 days. And that is how I prepared for this exam. So I'll be sharing the techniques with you. Before I share the techniques with you, for you to be able to write the car theory test exam, you have to have a UK provisional driving license. While I applied for mine, it was during the pandemic and it cost me £34. So you pay £34 and you send a proof of identification. So I sent my residence permit to them, and it took like 2 months before I got my residence permit back, and it took 2 months. In 2 months' time after I submitted my proof of identity, which it was my residence permit I used. You can use your international passport. So I got my residence permit back after 2 months, and I got my provisional driving license back after 2 months. So I was actually supposed to take this exam in June, but I was too busy, so I postponed the date to August. Now, when I postponed it to August, it was done on me that week that you were writing this exam on Monday, and I was so busy. So on Wednesday, I started preparing for this exam. So guys, I'll recommend 2 books for you to use. 2 books. Those books I'm recommending are actually what helped me. When I got to my driving theory test center, it was not time for me to write yet. And they were like, if you're happy to write, we could allow you write. Because I was like, let me keep on reading. So they said, if you're happy to write now. And I said, what's the point? I'm happy to write now. So when I got to the session, as in when I got to write the exam, all I read came out. I have to be honest with you. It was just paraphrased. They just changed the English, but it was entirely the same questions I read about. So that is why I found it very useful to tell you how I prepared for this exam. Now, this is what helped me to prepare for this exam. So the name is Learner, that is Hell Driving Test Theory Test Free. This is it. Hell Driving Test Theory Test Free. I hope you can see it. Hell Driving Test Theory Test Free 2021. So you can have the free theory to practice if you like, but I paid £4.99 to unlock all the questions. And so I unlocked all the questions. This is it. After learner's driving test. So I paid £4.99 to unlock all the questions. So when you open the app after unlocking all the questions, which I will advise you to pay £4.99, this is how it comes up. So this is how it actually comes up. So what I did was that because the time for preparation is very short, I went straight to the mock test. It has a mock test that allows you to practice, and in the real exam you have 50 questions. And out of the 50 questions, for you to pass the theory session, you have to get 43 out of the 50 questions. So all I did was to open the mock questions here. The mock questions here is the same 50 questions. And if you get 43, they tell you, well done, you have passed. So I started with the mock questions. I didn't go to read. If you like, when you have the app, when you download the app or you open it up, it's £4.99 to unlock all the questions. If you open it up, you can read first. But me, I just went straight to the mock. So I'll do the mock. Is 50 questions. When I first did the mock, I got 32. And a lot of them, I didn't know them. It was just guesswork. So I'll read the ones I failed. So after they tell you your score, they'll tell you practice the ones you failed. So me, I don't practice the ones I failed. I review all the answers because some of the ones I even got, I'm not really very sure of them. You know what I mean? So I'll review all the answers. So when I will take the mock the second time, I will have a higher score because some of the questions I took in the first mock, some of them will be repeated. So in the second mock, sometimes I'll get 38. In that 38 I'll review all the answers, both the ones I passed and both the ones I failed. Then I will do a third mock again. And in the third mock, sometimes, so that day when I downloaded this app precisely on Wednesday, I did 6 mock or 8 mocks that day. And I started with getting 30-something. And before you know, I started getting 43. So the answers I didn't pass, I'll review both the ones I didn't pass and the ones I passed. So I did it on Wednesday. On Thursday, I did it. And on Thursday, when I started doing it again, I discovered that I was getting 44, 45, 43, 44, 45. Guys, believe me, that is how it works. So if you could download this app, if you have enough time to prepare for the exam, perfect. If you don't have enough time like me, you are stuck, it's Wednesday and you're writing on Friday, just go straight to the mock. The mock is all the questions. It gives you 50 questions. Start practicing, and after getting your score, maybe you get 40, you get 20, review all the answers, both the ones you get and the ones you don't get. So I reviewed and I did the mock, and on Thursday precisely, they said you finished all the mock. You know, you've done 98% or 99% thereabouts. So I kept on doing that for Wednesday and Thursday. On Friday, which is the D-day of the exam, this book was given to me by one of my friends. Her name is Mrs. Agatha. Thank you so much. She said the husband used this book in preparation for the exam. So this is AA theory test. On the day of my exam, I read this book from 1 to 650. But the book has 963 questions. But I was able to read 600 questions. And while I was reading it, it was like I was revising. Because everything in the app, that is the learner driving theory app, was the same thing here. So guys, if you were getting this book, then I don't think you should get the app, except you just want both. I didn't buy this book. One of my friends, Mrs. Agatha, she gave it to me, bless her. So I just was reading the book on my way to the exam, and I stopped at 600 questions. I was so fast reading it. The reason I was fast was because I have done the mock, and all the questions of the mock are the same questions here. So it was just like you're going through something, and I stopped at 600. And so that's it. So you do the 50 theory, and of the 50 theory, like I said, you are going to get 43 to pass. So that's how I passed on first attempt. Now for the hazard perception, in that same app I gave to you, the app I'm encouraging you to use, the Learner Driving Theory Test 2021, it has the hazard perception. It has the one you can learn, but I didn't learn. I also went straight to the mock of the hazard perception. And as I was doing it, after doing it, they tell you, do you want to know your errors? So you go back and see your errors. So when I started doing the mock hazard perception, it was quite difficult for me. Even if they tell you it's something that will make you as a driver to change direction, but it was quite difficult for me on Wednesday as well. So I was having a hard time on Wednesday, but on Thursday I started getting it. And when I did the mock test before I went for the exam, the first time and the ever time to get a score of 55, 55 over 75. And for the hazard perception, you are presented with what? 14 clips. 1 developing hazard in 13 of the clip, and 2 developing hazard in 1 of the clip. So of the 14 clips you'll be presented with, it has a total score of 75. So for you to pass the hazard perception, you have to have 44 over 75. So you have to have 44 over 75. It's very easy, guys, honestly. If I could prepare for this exam in less than 3 days, or 3 days, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I passed, I definitely will tell you will pass. So those are the materials I'm recommending for you. This is very fantastic. It is fantastic. Either you use the AA theory test, or you use the learner driving theory test 2021. That also has the hazard perception. So now, guys, that is all I prepared. I was really skeptical on the day of the exam. While I was sitting there, I was like, oh my god. And you know, as soon as I started the theory, because you start the theory first before the hazard perception, so as soon as I started the theory, I was like, oh my god, is everything I read? I was just ticking and ticking and ticking. And because it's about 59 minutes or there, about 1 hour for the theory test, and in 20 minutes I'd finished. So I was like, let me revise and see if I did the right thing. So I went back to it, and I was not too sure of 5 questions, but I said I don't know the answers, and it's like a guesswork. And when my result came out, I got 45 over 50 for the theory test, and like I said, you're supposed to get 43 to pass. So I got a score of what? Of 45. And when it was time for my hazard, because immediately you're finishing the theory, they ask you if you want to rest for 3 minutes there, but I didn't want to rest. I wanted to do the hazard perception, so I started the hazard perception. All you need to do in the hazard perception is just to concentrate. Forget about your job, forget about your family, forget about everything. Just concentrate on the video or on the clip. You are presented with just 14 clips, so just concentrate on it. As you concentrate, once you see anything that will cause you to change direction, you just click. And that's what I did. Immediately I see an animal, or I see a pedestrian or anybody crossing, I just tick. And at the end of the day, I was able to get 53 out of 75. And for you to pass the hazard perception, you had to get 44. So I got 53. So guys, that's all. Very simple exam. You don't need to read everything. If you could get this right materials, get this. I strongly recommend this. All the theory questions here are the same theory questions you can find in the learner driving theory test 2021. Do them, keep doing the mock. After you're done with the mock, go to the hazard perception, do the mock in hazard perception, and after the mock, review the ones you failed and why you failed it. Is going to really help strengthen you. So guys, I can't wait to congratulate you. So go get your UK provisional driving license if you don't have one, and if you have already, go take your theory test exam. It's very simple, guys, trust me. I went into the exam and I came out smiling. All glory and all thanks to God. So guys, I will see you in my next video by weekend. I'll be doing a video during the weekend on the use of an actor, so don't worry. See you then, and until then, keep passing your OSCE exam. Feel free to let me know any topics that bothers you and you want me to talk about. So thanks for watching. Love you all, guys, and bye.